Hi, before we begin, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss new episodes. This is really important. Thank you. Today we're going to talk about BTS, a group that even those who have never listened to K-pop know. They have become a symbol of their time, uniting millions of people around the world. But how did it all start? Who are they beyond the stage, fandom, and stadiums? What made BTS the most popular group of the 21st century? Let's figure it out. It all started in 2010, when South Korean producer Panji, the founder of a small company called Big Hit Entertainment, decided to create a new boy band. It was a pretty bold idea. At that time, the industry was saturated with successful boy bands from major agencies like SM and YG. Big Hit, in comparison, seemed tiny and without resources. But Panji wanted to focus not on appearance, as was fashionable, but on sincerity, music and lyrics in which young people would see themselves. So the casting began. The first participant was rap monster Kim Namjoon. He was already famous in the underground rap scene of Seoul. Others came after him: Min Yoongi Suga, John Hosey-off J-Hope, Kim Seok Jin, Park Hin and Himin, Kim Tae Youngbi, and the youngest Jeon Jungkook. Each of them at that time was from 15 to 20 years old. They had one thing in common: the desire to be heard, not just to dance and smile, but to talk about real problems. The training was grueling, 14 to 15 hours a day. There were tears and fatigue and constant doubt. What if all this is in vain? On June 13, 2013, BTS debuted with the song No More Dream. It was a bold statement. Instead of typical romantic themes, they criticized society's pressure on youth and the desire to be like everyone else. They sang about a school system that kills individuality, about fears and the uncertainty of the future. Their music was fresh, honest, and this immediately made BTS stand out from the crowd. But at first, they were hardly noticed. Major music shows did not want to invite them. Fans of other groups ridiculed their style, and journalists predicted a quick failure. Everything rested on the members, themselves, and their first fans, those who believed in them from the first tracks. That's when the name of the fan base was born: ARMY. In English, ARMY, but also an acronym. Adorable representative MC for youth. For the first 2 years, BTS continued to release music, tour, participate in reality shows, and always stay on the move. They created content online, actively communicated with fans, showed behind the scenes, training, normal everyday life. This inspired trust. People felt that BTS was real. In 2015, they released the album, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, which became a breakthrough. Songs like I Need You and Run hit the charts for the first time and won awards. And most importantly, they began to attract attention not only in Korea, but also abroad. BTS went on tour to Japan, the USA, and Asian countries for the first time. Their stadiums were not yet full, but the audience was growing. People felt the energy that emanated from them, not glossy, but lively, vulnerable, and very strong. 2017 was a turning point. BTS released the album Love Yourself, Her, and then Love Yourself, Ter and Nancy. With these releases, the group reached the level of world stars. They entered the Billboard 200 for the first time, appeared on American television, gave interviews in English, performed at the American Music Awards, and The Ellen Show. Their songs were heard everywhere. The themes of the albums: self-love, acceptance, internal conflicts, the fight against depression, resonated with millions. They are not afraid to talk about mental health, which is especially important in a culture where it is often taboo. They are becoming the voice of a generation, not only in Korea, but in the world. They work with American artists: Halsey, Nicki Minaj, Love, the Chainsmokers. But they continue to sing in Korean. And this is the key point. BTS does not adapt to the West. They go their own way. Each of the members is an individual. Namjoon is a leader and a philosopher, with an amazing intellect and the ability to talk to the stage like a friend. Yoongi is an introvert, honest and direct, not afraid to talk about mental health. Hoseok is energy and light, a dancer and a composer. Jin is the eldest, warm and funny, with incredible vocals. Himin is sensitive, caring, and subtle. Taeyoung is an artist and a dreamer, with an unusual view of the world. Jungkook is the youngest, the golden matinee, capable of everything: singing, dancing, filming, editing, drawing. Their differences became their strength. They didn't try to be the same. They accepted each other, supported each other, grew up together, and showed it to the world. BTS are more than just artists. They have become part of cultural diplomacy. In 2018, they performed at the UN headquarters, presenting the Love Myself campaign in collaboration with UNICEF. Their speech, especially Namjoon's words about the importance of talking to yourself, spread around the world. This is not just a performance. It is a contribution to public discourse. The group is actively involved in charity, supports social initiatives, speaks out against violence, discrimination, and xenophobia. 2020, pandemic. Concerts are canceled. The world is in fear and isolation. And that's when BTS releases Dynamite, their first single in English. It becomes an anthem of hope. The cheerful, bright, upbeat track lifts the spirits of millions. It is their first #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Then came Butter and Permission to Dance. They hold online concerts that gather millions of viewers at once. They release the album B, written in quarantine. Intimate, warm, very human. Despite the distance, BTS again become closer than ever. In 2022, the group announces a temporary transition to solo activities. There are many reasons: age, fatigue, military service. In Korea, military service is mandatory for men, and the BTS members take it with dignity. They talk honestly about burnout, about the need for personal growth. At the same time, everyone begins a solo path. RM releases the album Indigo. Suga, D-Day. Himin, Face. V, Layover. Jungkook, A, Golden. These releases reveal them as individual artists, each with their own style and voice. But it is important, they do not break up. BTS remains BTS. Their return is planned after 2025, and millions are waiting for this moment. There are so many records that BTS has to offer. Millions of albums sold worldwide. Dozens of Guinness World Records. Stadiums filled to capacity in minutes. But their strength is not in their numbers. Their strength is in being real. They didn't try to be perfect. They were vulnerable. They made mistakes. They grew. They spoke. They listened. And they always remained grateful for every fan, for every opportunity, for every step along the way. BTS didn't just change the K-pop industry. They changed the perception of music, how it can be global without losing its identity. They proved that language is not a barrier if there is sincerity. They gave a voice to those who didn't have one. And they left a mark that will live long after the stages go silent. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked it, like it, share with your friends, and, of course, subscribe. The story of BTS is not over yet, and we will tell it together. See you!